Yes, it is Friday. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Look, we've got lots of news and information to go over. Some really kind of interesting responses from Kabam on matters. So yeah, let's get right into it. So we kick off with this. So I do get asked a few questions in messages and stuff from people where they're like, Rich, what's happening with this raffle? And I was like, I have no idea. Since the 28th of February when the Magica event started, it's just been like a what the heck is going on type situation. This was a good response, at least from Kabam Jax, to say the draw hasn't taken place yet. In-game messages are scheduled to go out to tell everyone if they won or not. So here's the thing, you'll either find out, by the time this video is released, it could be a case of like Kabam say, yeah, you won, or you didn't get a message. Yeah, so there you go. If you were looking for an answer, there you go on that particular Serpent Raffle. Now let's talk about Deathless Guillotine, and this was a bit of a shocker, wasn't it? I think it's a bit of a shock for me. I mean, I posted a couple of videos. One was me getting the champion, because here's the thing. Timing favors the me. I don't know, I had this funny feeling that we would see some kind of like Deathless Guillotine based kind of challenge. And I had talked about it a few times in videos where I was quite apprehensive or kind of scared that Kabam might throw it out at the most inopportune time, and they did say in the objective in the forum thread about this a while ago that it would come up once per fight thing, like Winter of Woe, Spring of Sorrow, blah 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 blah. Every time there's a new quarter of this challenge content, you would see a Deathless based challenge. So you'll probably see a Deathless King Groot challenge at some point. I think it's next week we get our hands on him. I don't know. I can't remember 100% on the matter, but I'm excited nevertheless because, I'm actually really close. Like, I just need to do my last path on Alliance Showcase where I need to rank up Kushala and I'm ready to go. In any case, I digress. Guillotine Deathless, this awakening opportunity, was a bit of a thing that came out of thin air, and it was good. Kabam Crash said this was Deathless thing and I was eager for the community to discover. I can confirm that all 4 of the non-Thanos Deathless Champions will have an earnable dupe similar to Deathless Guillotine. Through the place summoners can earn it may be different. Thanos may as well, but definite plans, but no definite plans for him. I reckon it's going to be behind some like ass-based content that's going to just ruin you, and that'll be where you're spending all your units for. But there you go. We'll have to see with that. It was a very interesting kind of like thing to just pop up. I honestly agree with G Hungia. Pleasantly, yeah, I was surprised. I mean, it's free. It was not free, but it was an opportunity to kind of get the. I mean, I was surprised. I'm really happy because it saved me a 7-star awakening gem. And funnily enough, in the first video that I posted yesterday, I didn't know how we would get the dupe. I didn't expect that, so that was good. The objective wasn't properly awarding. Oh yeah, there was a bug as well. Wasn't properly awarding her for. Her right after it went live. You'll get her. I will update this thread once it will be a comp. So yeah, I think people have got the compensation. And the question was to acquire Deathless Thanos. We won't be required to have every Deathless champion duped, will we? I wouldn't think we would. Yeah, so no, you will not need to dupe them to acquire Thanos. You'll need to use your Deathless champions. So in some cases, having them duped might make it easier, but it won't be mandatory. And this is the concern I think I have. Like, if I'm rank 2ing a lot of mine to make the content, whatever it is, to get Deathless Thanos easier, then that's going to be such a cost on the player to kind of get with it. But yeah, it was definitely a pleasant surprise. Moving on with some other stuff though, because there are a few responses I want to kind of go over. So the Deathless King Groot bundle will be available on April 4th, the day after the Hard Force update for the next build. I guess that's when you're actually going to get. So that's where it is. I thought it would be. I thought it'd be earlier. I thought it was maybe next week, but it may be the week after. So yeah, that's a Thursday that's 2 weeks from yesterday. So just less than that. As many have said, he isn't in the current build. So even if the bundle was available to purchase, I I wouldn't add him to your account. Okay, that gives you a bit of an idea. I thought that he'd be available sooner rather than later, especially because I'm on 18 points. No lacking of understanding, we wasn't meant to have more than 17 points in the first place. So no, he wasn't released before next update. Yeah, it's interesting that people have all the pieces. I honestly thought it would be next week, but it's in 2 weeks' time for that, which is good. It gives you more time to think about trying to do Alliance Rule Showcase with farming more units, or not units, health potions and revives. And yeah, so yeah, it's just kind of like cool to see that. But again, at least adds a bit more kind of context to stuff, especially because I know there's been some people talking about some criticisms on stuff. So before we amass too many pitchforks and torches to make it hot in here, a reminder, we said we'd announce the event. We stated, note, there will be 2 grace points, meaning you can achieve your progression level highest milestones without completing 2 of the objectives. More at the bottom of this post. Currently you have planned both Paragon and Valiant players 1 grace point with each season of the new endgame content. This grace point comes with a 3rd Paragon objective, will include with 1 of the regular live for 2-week quests each season. So there you go, 2-week quests each season, and requires summoners to use one of the previous 7-star Deathless Champions. The first objective will require the use of a 7-star Guillotine Deathless. This is optional, so anybody that does not have a 7-star Guillotine Deathless will not miss out on the mandatory point, but choosing to do this objective will allow you to skip the later objective, which, as I said, I found this just incredibly valuable to do. It could save me some hassle in the Winter of Woe thing, so it may kind of lower down my unit or revive investment, so at least that's kind of a positive, because look, we're gonna have 8.4 released next month, so trying to balance everything in with Winter of Woe Gauntlet is such a tricky one. But hey, look, there by the grace of God we continue on with the matter. Yeah, I did see a few people criticizing the fact that it was it felt that because there was no forewarning, a lot of people didn't do the Deathless Guillotine objective, which is, I guess, it's tough for people. But there we go. What are your thoughts on the matter? Do you have the champion? Have you gone to get the champion? Do you feel that you feel a bit kind of like, oh, I wish I knew and I would have done it? Do you not care? Thoughts? Now let's talk about the energy boost. Man, I miss that. It's been gone for about 48 hours nearly, and I honestly really miss it. You can see now, like, my energy is just taking like that kind of like it's getting there back up to 70, but oh, this is the pain, isn't it? Where you have to covet this so much, especially if you're a non-spending player and you're like, I can't invest any more units because it will impact down the line. Tough times. And obviously with content like Winter of Woe and Alliance Rule Showcase, you have to be so careful nowadays with it. And also event quest, but there's less paths in that, and that leads to things like units if you're willing to. Anyway, whatever. But it's gone. This was quite funny because I saw this and I thought, and it was anyway, with so many solo content demanding so much energy per path, having this energy boost did make some positive improvement to experience overall. Yeah, I must admit, this is something that, if I really wish this was a permanent thing, it just meant that I was able to get content done quicker, because I wasn't going to spend units on energy refills. Yes, I had Prime Gaming, which gave me this month, I think, 6 energy refills, which helped out massively. The same way it would help out a lot of people that, you know, don't like invest quite so much time in making videos like I do. Those that were able to just get on and play the game. But also those that are casual players, I could just send it into auto fighting and also invest into Winter of Woe. 2 fights in particular, Alliance will showcase, get some permanent content done, and as well farm units from various different areas, event quest and back issues. So it's been great. Unfortunately, when something's great in Marvel Contest of Champions, chances are it could be taken away at any time. So yeah, sadly, this is not going to be a permanent venture. With Kabam Jack saying, this was a temporary addition. To the best of my knowledge, there is zero intention of making this permanent. We've chatted about this before, but as a reminder, the contest is growing to a point where summoners will have to prioritize which content they'd like to complete. That does not align with me at all, as doing it all will be a challenge. We understand this will cause discomfort for some. It's like, yeah, just don't align with this thought. If you've been playing the game since day one, and I think more so if you're free to play, it just does not align with you. As I said, yes, great if you've got Prime Gaming, because that gives you 6 energy refills a month. Is that going to be permanent? Is that going to be forever? Don't know. Could be gone in about a year, depending on who gets involved with it. But it's then so tough because there's stuff where it's like you have to do pieces of content. I can't not do Winter of Woe. I can't not do Alliance War Showcase. I have to do it. I have to do Battlegrounds. Like if I want 7-star. Oh, you don't need the 7-star Nightcrawler. Oh, I just deprived myself of a 7-star Nightcrawler. Ugh. Any case, we can go more into that topic. I've got a video about that at the weekend. Of course, lots of people kind of like talking about that. But yeah, 1 minute short. Perk of the Summoner Sigil. Oh, I'll just spend on the gamers. I would say if I was, as I said, if I was coming back from a free-to-play player to a spending player, I'd probably just buy the Summoner Sigil. At least I'm doing my bit to support, the game. But no. What are your thoughts though? Would you like it permanent? I think a lot of us would be. Now, just quickly on this Magic Heist situation. Look, there's some stuff that is really weird about it. There was those tickets, which that support ticket that gave the indication that there would be grace days, but it seems like it's not the case. There's a lot more to this that meets the eye. So, because a lot of people have said they've got missing Magic Heist Arena ticket things. With the game team looking into specific accounts with those claims, they came back saying each of the investigated accounts either missed the objective or finished it and didn't claim it. Not a single one had anything fishy that would indicate a bug in the system. Thus, we are left to conclude that human error played a part in the... Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. I know this means that some of you won't get the rewards you want, and I'm sorry that in the case, I know there are people who are frustrated that we weren't clear enough with the daily nature of the objective. While I don't feel that was unclear, next time we do something like this, we'll go to greater lengths to make this detail more clear. Going further, yeah, no, that's the same thing. I thought there would be more context to this. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that you feel that way. I've looked at the team's investigation from yesterday, and they were able to pinpoint exactly where the test accounts missed, which days, and if they missed doing the objective or claiming the objective. All of it was very thorough, illuminating, and definitive. So there you go. It's just odd, isn't it? As we said, we had that ticket from Manu that said that there would be something from it, but maybe that was the case that particular account was intended to get the compensated objective points or whatever, and they were able to get the 4 to 5 gem. I don't know, but what I do know is that what Kabam said, not to echo that, is like it wasn't as clear. It should have been more thorough, and a little bit of an L from Kabam on that stage. Obviously, well done to everybody that picked up the 4 to 5 gem. Those that missed out, commiserations. It's sad, but hopefully the next event that Kabam do similar to this is better. But yeah, it looks like Kabam aren't even going to compensate or give out what seemed to be extra grace days, which is odd because they gave the indication there would be something today, the 21st of March. And just for clarity, this is the support ticket that Kabam sent to Manu on this, saying that in regards to the Magic Heist solo event, Kabam Support would like to assure all summoners who all missed a day that will have an extra day grace period before the final day to allow those who missed a day to catch up. So, I don't know. Very weird. And in case that's been your Friday show of the MCN, we'll of course cover new information when it drops. Check out some other content located on screen. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.